Hey, it's me, Monthe. It's Wednesday. It's February 1st. It's been a while. Let's catch up. Haven't seen you since last week. Had to be a mom on Monday. Woke up 6 o'clock in the morning Tuesday to find out I had a sub in the morning for training that I didn't know about, that no one knew about until we woke up in the morning. So had to come in, do sub plans again. Luckily, I have a wonderful friend that was like, I got you. So she did the sub plans. Thank you. So she helped me out with those because I went out of copy click. So there was no way I was going to be able to make copies when I got to school. There was no way I could do anything at school. And it was too late for me to do it at home because I have 4 kids. Mornings are tight. So that was yesterday. I came in lunchtime and we just went with the flow for the rest of the day because they had a sub on Monday, sub half a Tuesday. So now it's Wednesday. Hi, happy February. To top it all off, it's Wednesday. I am on time contractually, which means I'm late. I don't come on time. I always come, 15 minutes before I'm supposed to be here, but I just made it out. This is what time I made it out. I have my math for the day, so that's a plus. So I'm ready for the morning. I have some copies that I need to make. We are doing unit 3, week 3, which is gonna go over the mitten and the gingerbread man. We've already done the gingerbread man, so it's gonna be an old story that they already know, but we're gonna do the mitten today. We're gonna listen to it, and then I think we're going to do cause and effect. So we're gonna work on cause and effect. Actually, we're gonna listen to it and we're gonna go over vocabulary. I take that back. Listen to it, go over vocabulary, and then this week we're going over the 3 sounds of ED, which are gonna be id, t, and d. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna make copies of this page, and then this page is a sort. There's my bell. Gotta go. I have 5 minutes, and then we're going to work on high frequency words. So today I'm gonna treat like my Monday. That's where I'm at today. And I'll see you at lunchtime. Hi, it's lunchtime. It is 11 o'clock almost exactly. I'm gonna go eat some lunch right now. What did we do? We started math. With math, we had a hard time first group remembering what number bonds were and how to do number bonds. And so I spent my lesson with them reviewing number bonds and probably doing half of a lesson 11. With my other friends, we did the whole lesson, but they are stuck on, I got the answer, I need to stop paying attention. And when I ask them like little questions, they aren't paying attention, they don't know what I'm talking about. And I tell them, just because you have the answer doesn't mean you're fabulous. You need to be able to answer the questions, and a lot of you cannot answer my questions because you're not paying attention and you don't know what I'm talking about. So that's with Engage New York. It's a lot of like, great, you have the answer, but what's this piece? Oh, awesome, you have the answer, what's this piece? Like, they ask the little things and the kids just want to skip to the answer and forget about the other parts. And I tell them, you're gonna get things wrong because it's asking you this piece and you're just like, oh, I have the answer. The answer is not always, you need to look at the other parts too. That was math. We did our Zern, so half and half. We had library. I'm gonna have to get a list, I say this all the time, of see who hasn't brought back the library book in weeks. Because I have some, if you don't have books, you're at the end of the line, it's always the same kids. So I'm gonna message parents about that. We came in, we did writing. I'm gonna do some, I don't know where this came from, I'll have to link it below, but there's this. And it had a sun and a leaf. And right here, it used to say I prefer, but I did some editing. I'm gonna edit it again. I like the snippet tool, and so I'm going to take this top part, copy it, and put it on a slide. I'm gonna take this line, I'm gonna copy it, put it on the same slide. So I'm gonna give myself 2 lines for my opinion. I'm going to snippet these 2, reason 1 and reason 2, put it on the slide, and then I'm gonna snippet the conclusion. I'm gonna put it on my side. So I'm going to double my space for my opinion, and then I'm gonna remove my reason 3. Why? Because first graders only need 1 reason according to our standard, but I'm gonna make them do 2 reasons, and I'm just gonna get rid of that 3rd reason away. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you once I snip it. I love the snippet tool. It lets me copy and paste things to make it Someone else made it, but I'm making it my, will fit me in my classroom. And then in class we did cats and dogs. So our prompt is gonna be which pet is best. And we're gonna put cats or dogs. They gave me, they cover their poop. That was one of the reasons. I was like, all right, I'll write it down. But we decided to write on dogs, thankfully. And so we wrote down our reasons for dogs. And when we come back in, we are going to write our prompt, which pet is best. They're gonna write dog right there because that's what we picked. And then we're gonna write our opinion. I believe, I think, I prefer dogs as pets, or I believe dogs are the best pet. Some friends did pick cats, and I told them that's your opinion, but it makes it easier for me or for us to write all the same. Next week, you're gonna start writing your own opinion pieces, doing everything. And my friends that I can't think of a reason, they're gonna have a hard time because they're gonna have to do everything. So we did writing. When we come back in, we're gonna finish that. I'm gonna read a chapter in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We're doing Unit 3, Week 3, I'm gonna say. So we're reading The Mitten today. We're just listening to it and reading, and we're gonna pay attention to the vocabulary. This is from Holly Griffith. It's a pack. Again, I bought some of them last year, so I'm just using what I have. Those are my vocabulary words. It says information, so I'm gonna give a kid-friendly definition for each word: hero, tale, eventually, foolish, timid, and then we're gonna do a picture. And so that's what we're gonna do for writing. For grammar, it's going to be the sounds of ED. So we have a sort. They're in groups of 4. So I'm gonna give each group of 4 a paper. They're gonna cut it out. And then we are going to put the words where they belong. So does it make a D sound, a T sound, or a ID sound? Today's Wednesday, so we do go home early, an hour early. Sometimes we get to pee, sometimes we don't. I'm gonna have to find another Henry and Mudge. They like Henry and Mudge. I was reading all of them, the whole entire book. Yesterday when I read this one, they were kind of like, this is too long, but the other books, they were fine, so I don't know. And then I have sentences. So for our, I'm just gonna use this for this week, humble beginnings, and it just has, I had it left over from last year, so I'm just gonna use it. But I'm gonna go heat up my lunch, and I'll see you after school. It's after school. It's still Wednesday. I'm tired. It was our short day today. There's just too many things going on. I think you know the feeling. It took about an hour, I'll say 45 minutes to get homework published. I wasn't here on Monday. I was subbed out on Tuesday and just had to like play catch up after school on Tuesday. So today's Wednesday. I published my homework. I put it on Canvas now, so that way it's all paperless. And they're used to Canvas because in 2nd grade they use Canvas. So it's all on Canvas. I took about 45 minutes to upload it. The things I usually do weren't coming up. So I usually do a fluency. It's untimed. I just have them read it, repeated reading for their fluency. And it wasn't opening. It kept saying that the file was something wrong. So I'm gonna go check if it's just this computer or maybe it's the file itself. So it took me a little bit longer because I had to find fluency. This week for high frequency words, for phonics, we're going over the soft C and soft G. I really didn't look hard for high frequency words, Dolce and Fry, that went over soft G and soft C. So I'm just using this week's, which are 5. And since Wednesday, Thursday, you know, we'll practice it 3 days. So it's okay. What did we do when we came back? We came in, we finished our sentences. We listened to our chapter in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We wrote sentences. We read The Nice Mitten, and we worked on our endings of ED. So I had them sit with their group. They got this paper. I told them everybody should be cutting, and so they sat and they cut and they started working on filling in the blank. So tomorrow when they come in, they're gonna do 2 things. I've decided Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're gonna come in, sit, and they're going to have AR time, and they're gonna read and take AR tests. Today they sat and they read, as half of them read and half of them were on Lexia. And when they were reading and when they finished, I said, okay, grab a book that you read and you're going to put it on their table. So at everybody's table, they're not moving tomorrow. At everybody's table, there is a book that they are going to read in the morning to themselves and then take an AR test. Tuesday, I did it. Tuesday, I handed out little candies if they finished or if they passed. Passing is 80%. A lot of them were disappointed, I'm going to say, that they didn't pass their tests on Tuesday, but I went around before and I checked. So I made sure that my friends that were lower, that needed more support, that were still kindergarten level, I made sure that they had kindergarten books. So I did make sure they were level for them. My friends that can't read, I have those Bob books that go over just phonics, simple, CVC, depending on what level you have. I handed them those. I said, you're just reading those. Don't worry about testing. And then I just walked around. Okay, everyone's good. And they read. I told them to read it 2 times, and then they tested. And so tomorrow morning, I'm going to give them 10, 15 minutes in the morning, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to read, and then they're going to test. When they finish, they'll finish working on this. We didn't get to the vocabulary words, so we'll do that tomorrow when we read, and so they'll turn that in tomorrow. We did just simple high frequency word sentences, so I'm going to look through this just to make sure we have capitals and periods. And then that was our day. We tried to go to PE, walking Wednesdays, but I had them line up, sit back down. I had them line up, sit back down. And I said, okay, we're gonna try one more time. We lined up and they just couldn't. I don't expect perfection. I expect them to get in line, and I expect them just to, to be ready to go out. But I had kids everywhere. I had friends showing other friends iPads. It was just, at the end of the day, I was just like, no, this isn't happening. Let's sit back down. They wanted to go out. A lot of them were disappointed because we didn't. And Wednesdays, like I said, it's just a simple walk. We just walk around to get some exercise, our blood moving, but we didn't do that today. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't get in line. So we didn't go to PE. We finished our day doing our ED words, sounds, and that was it. I took them out. Tomorrow and Friday are minimum days. We get out 12:15, so shorter days, and we have conferences. So I only pull my friends that are red. If they're still red, I pull them. So I have 4 friends that I'm pulling, 2 and 2, just so we can talk about, what can we do for them. They get small group. Some of them get pulled out to go with our reading teacher. So those are the resources I have. The only resource I have is reading teacher, which 2 kids in my class go, one for one group, another one for another group. She does LLI, and she only pulls 3 kids at a time. So it's very few kids get that resource. And then there's me, and that's it. I don't have any other push in, pull out program. It's me and it's LLI for those 2 kids. So I'm gonna go home. It is 3 o'clock, and I'll see you tomorrow.